Hi, this is Steve from yourcreativelife.com talking today about agents and managers. What about them? Everybody, well, not everybody, but many people come up to me and have asked me over the years, as I've been giving advice to writers of all kinds for theater, for TV and film. People come up and say, well, what about agents? Do I need an agent? Should I be pursuing an agent? How do I do it? Do I ask? Do I wait? Do I not need an agent? What's the deal? And so I'm going to try to tell you a whole bunch about agents in this video that I haven't told you before, and a little bit about my history with agents as sort of an illustration. So I got into the industry very early. I got my first agent as a senior in high school. And at that time, I was acting. So I got this agent because I went to this performing arts center to study musical theater and acting and all that stuff. And there were people associated with this particular place who were connecting people who went there to agents. Like that was part of what was going on at that performing arts center. And so it happened without me doing anything. I simply got connected to the place. That place was connected to representation, and that representation got connected to me when I did well in those classes. And that's one of the main things that I want to say. Quite often, the agent circumstance happens because people are looking for you. And they will be looking for you potentially when you're making work that is of value, that is, professionally viable. And that's one of the things that I think you can do to pursue an agent is simply make your work, write your scripts, do your showcases, perform in things, create stuff, and then people will, by and large, in some instances, knock on your door, depending. So I think that's one way to really think about it. The agent's piece, which could be really useful, is maybe the goal, maybe not the goal. Because the truth is, once you have an agent, they want to see what you're making, right? You can't get an agent and then stop making stuff and just rely on them to send you out or put you up for things. You've got to keep generating material because that's really what they're interested in. So that was the first time I got an agent. It was fairly easy. It was in high school, and it was because of that connection. I also got an agent. The next time I got a bigger, different agent. I was coming out of graduate school and I did a showcase, and several agents were invited to those showcases. And I had meetings and got introduced to people, again, based on material that I had created and something that they had come to see. So that goes back to the first instance that I talked to you about, putting work out in the world. Later on, though, as a writer, and I was always curious about how do I get an agent as a writer, and it didn't seem to be happening for me when I was in graduate school as a playwright. And I worked with the literary manager where I went to school, and we started a letter writing campaign and interested some people, and I went out and I met with them. So that's a thing that you can do. You can reach out to agents. It can be tricky, and it's always good to have a bridge to them. I had this literary manager vouching for me. This is where networking comes in that I'm talking about all the time. And some people, I know you're out there sort of dismissing the idea of that. But anytime you can build a personal bridge to a professional person like that, that makes a huge difference. And it's because of that personal bridge that, I met with a ton of people, or I should a small group of people actually, but only hit it off with one. And that person did not sign me. And a year went by, and I made more work and sent that work to this agent and had another meeting with them at which they said, you know what, I'm really interested in signing you at this point. So again, who knows what'll happen with an agent? It can be so unpredictable out there, but having those bridges of people to connect is really important. So here's the bottom line. Agents can help you in the industry, and a good agent, if they're connected, will help you. Certainly there are times like the time that we're in where the industry might be slow. Agents will always want you to be creating more work, whether you're an actor, whether you're a writer, whether you're a filmmaker, no matter what you do, your power in the industry is very dependent on the work you make, because that's the thing that makes you viable to an agent. And so my real thing is, yes, agents can be valuable. And I'll talk, in other videos about how you deal with what can you expect and all of that stuff from agents. But it really depends. Your viability and your connection with them on an ongoing basis is really about the value you bring to the table as the performer you are. It's not like set it and forget it. It's not like you get that person who represents you, then you fold your arms and sit back and you wait for the opportunities to fly in. Sometimes they come in, sometimes they don't. And the skill that you have in either pursuing the work or pursuing the agent or creating your own stuff, those are the same skills that you're always going to be using to get work in this industry. Sometimes the agent will help with that, but your agent or manager or rep, whoever they are, is never going to be the end all be all for who you are as a creative person in the world. So that's the thing to know. In many instances, create the work and they will come. In some instances, you can pursue, but always pursue with the notion of the value of you, the value of your work, putting yourself out there and being willing to just be in the creative soup of living the fantastic, abundant, vibrant, creative life that you have and that you are. And that's what reps are attracted to. So, combination of answers there. You can pursue if you want. Know that the work is the most important thing. And many times, those reps that you're looking for will also be looking for you. Thanks for watching. Give this a thumbs up if you found it useful and subscribe to this channel. Brand new videos every single week. And go to yourcreativelife.com where you can find out how I can help you directly and personally as a coach in your writing career. Sign up for my monthly newsletter, check out the Secret Writer podcast, and also find a link back to this video page on YouTube where you can see over 100 videos all about the industry and all about ways that you can help yourself become a better you in the entertainment industry as the writer that you are. Thanks for watching. See you next time.